Vasishtande Vasashigane Ramritam Brahmanishte Acharyendram Karadalidatim Mutramanandarupam Swamaramam Tidavadaram Dakshinamurti Nide. Om Gananaan Tva Ganapadigam Bhavamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamasravastamam Jeshtarajyam Brahmanam Brahmanaspadana Shrimvanna Udibhisvita Sadhanam Mahaganapataye Namah. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Tanduvaditam Gaganasakasham Tattvamasyathi Laksham Egam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvati Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaditam Trigunahitam Satgurum Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. If I am not audible, please raise your hand. If you hear me properly, clearly, you have to only raise your hand, then I will try to increase my volume. In the very outset, let me thank Mike Shah and Leela Shah for inviting us to this evening's program and giving us an opportunity to share some of our thoughts and experiences with all of you. And as Sangeeta rightly said, our spirit unfolds in an interactive space through dialogue. That is how you dynamically experience the splendor and power of the Spirit. In isolation, you may feel a kind of peace, but that peace is not the ultimate peace. That is only a peace which you artificially create by not engaging yourself in this dynamically evolving world. So the peace that we are seeking, or the spiritual experience that we are seeking, has to happen when we dynamically interact with the world. Then alone your full potential can be manifested. And that happens through interaction and dialogue, conversation. A non-violent mode of conversation, where you are not imposing yourself upon the other, but you have the grace and the dignity and the inner space to listen to the other patiently. Give value to what he is saying or she is saying. That's the meaning of dialogue. A samvad, that's the word used in Sanskritam, samvad. Not just a vada. Vada is to defeat the other person and impose yourself on him and convert to him to your way of thinking and living. That way you reduce the other into the status of a thing. And in the process, both of you are losers. Then use the opportunity to invoke the best in the other, and let him invoke the best in you, and together you can scale higher and higher heights of experience. So as Sangeeta put it, I fully agree with her that we need a engaging conversation, a conversational engagement, where you respect the dignity and the independence of the other. The other is a source of value, just as you are a source of value. And together you can create higher experiences, challenging each other, listening to each other, being together, doing things together, engaging in conversation. That's the ideal of non-violence. Non-violence is not simply not killing a mosquito. That is a naive understanding of non-violence. Non-violence has a very, very larger and deeper significance. So, in our search for happiness, that's the topic today. What is the meaning of happiness? The very word meaning signifies something more than yourself. That is the meaning of meaning. Meaning means that which signifies something nobler, something which is higher than yourself, your little self, your ego self, your little bubble, your idiosyncratic self. So the experience of jumping out of oneself, which is the meaning of ecstasy, jumping out of your little shell, that little bubble where you are ensconced yourself, where you seems to be comfortable. So breaking out of the comfort zone and enlarging yourself is the real significance of meaning. So what is the meaning of happiness, or what is happiness? Is it a given property or given phenomena, or is it something which you have to create? Is it something which emerges? If it is a given phenomena, you have to discover it, you have to realize it. If it is something you have to create, then you have to work for it so that you can get it, either by going to a place or by putting several things together. So what is the ontological nature of happiness? Is Swarupa. What is its Swarupa? Is it already existing, like oil? Oil is underground. We have to dig and finally find out oil and extract it and bring it out. Is something like that which is already existing? If it is already existing, you have to only discover it. If it is not existing anywhere in the world today, then you have to create. So what is the ontological status of happiness? If it is already existing, where is it? What is its location? Where is the location? Is it outside somewhere? Is it inside somewhere inside? If it is inside, where is that inside? Is it in your kidney or in your heart or in your lungs or your, where is it? In your brain, the prefrontal cortex or somewhere else? Where is it? If it is already existing, we have to find out the location. If it is not already existing, what are the constituent factors bringing together which we can create? How do you define happiness? What is the definition of happiness? When can you say you are happy? That's a big question. When can you and I say you are really happy? Is it a feeling? Or is it something palpable, measurable? which you can give to the other, pull it out and then give to the other? Or can you take it from somebody else? Can anybody make you happy? It's a very important question. Generally we say, oh, everybody makes me unhappy. It seems that the whole world is making you unhappy. You have no responsibility in being unhappy. It is as though somebody else is responsible. Maybe the stars, maybe God, maybe your parent, maybe the genes that they have given to you, maybe the society, the environment, the politics, the economic conditions. So, who are responsible for your unhappiness? So, what is the meaning of, and how do you experience? How do you understand? When can you say you are happy? For example, I give you a good meal. You are ravenously hungry, and I give you a good meal on a beautiful table in an air-conditioned room and served on a silver plate and by smiling attendants. Then at the end of the day, can you say, I am happy? Or after the meals you worry, what next? Or when is the bill coming? Or what is the motive behind it? Maybe he is asking for a donation. So what is the motive? Why is he doing this? So you always think of the consequences, the cost, the price, the string behind. Therefore you are not happy. Somebody smiles, you are terrified. What is behind that smile? What is the meaning of that smile? So, you cannot say that happiness comes from outside. What is the truth behind it? Can somebody make you happy? Can somebody make you happy by saying, I love you? Again you are afraid. Again you are scared. Why is he saying it now, after 40 years of marriage? He's saying that he's loving me. There may be some secret agenda behind it. So we have to understand not only the nature of happiness, the body of happiness, the definition of happiness. We also have to understand, when do you feel happiness? Where do you feel it? There's a location, its nature, its source. Is it already existing? Is it something to be created? All these have to be understood. At least reflected upon. I'm not promising you I will give you all the answers to all these questions. Ultimately, I'm going to tell you there is no answer to these questions. But we can keep on reflecting on these questions. Because happiness seems to be a word which refers to something intangible, something very deeply valuable. We don't see any other word to indicate that, which we all are striving for. We all are striving to be happy. God you can forget. You wouldn't care if somebody says by meeting God you will be positively unhappy, suppose somebody says. I can let you meet God, but you will be positively unhappy. Will you like to meet God then? No. So therefore, God you can forget. Everything else you can forget. Something which you cannot forget, which you are born to seek, is happiness. So it is a word which describes something intangible, which is indefinable, which is ineffable. We don't know what it is. But when you are truly happy, we will know it. We are our own standard. We will know it. When you are really happy, you will say, it's something like satiation. When you are hungry and then you eat a good meal, then at the end of it, you will say, I am satisfied. You don't have to ask your host, tell me whether I am satisfied or not. Tell me, should I stop or not? You will know that you are satisfied. You know that you are at peace. You know you are okay. So it seems something internally, there is an internal device, mechanism, barometer, which can let you know that you are okay, you are happy. Similarly, happiness. When you're really happy, you don't need the approval of the world to say I am happy. You will close your eyes and take a long deep breath and say I am happy. So that you don't need approval from the outside world. So that much we know about happiness, that we all are seeking it, and when we really reach it there, we will know that we have reached there. We are happy. So now the question is that, are we really happy as we are today? As we are today, are you really happy? Most of the factors necessary to be a happy person are already available for you. You have enough money in the bank, you've got a comfortable home, your children are all educated, they all are married and settled and having their own children, and they are settled in good places, good situations, and everything is there. All the parameters are there. But still, if somebody asks you, are you happy? Your answer is, that's all what you can say. You cannot confidently say, I am really happy, because you think that one piece is missing. 99 pieces are there in that equation of happiness, but one piece always seems to be missing. What is that one piece? Are you healthy? I am healthy also. Everything is there. There are no thing that I can think of which I am missing, and still I am not happy. That is the situation. So our analysis is a reflection upon happiness. Reflection upon the source and the location of happiness. And a reflection upon how can I gain that happiness. I don't use the word God here. I don't use the word Swarga here, because in our scriptures we find the word for happiness is Swarga. When you reach Swarga, you will be happy. And Swarge loge nabayam kinja nasti natatratvam jaraya vivedi ubhetirtva ashanaya pibase shogadigo modade sargalo. Definition of Swarga in the Kathopanishad. In Swarga loge bhayam kinja nasti, there is no fear. Imagine a situation when there is no fear. Mainly, what is the source of fear? Death. Because in Swargaloka there is no death. Swargaloka there is no old age. That is another source of fear. I may become old and frail, and then I may not be able to eat anything, see anything, hear anything. I may not be able to go and walk in the park, and therefore we are all afraid of becoming old. Swargaloke bhayam kinja nasti. Natatra tum jaraya vivedi. There is no death. Tum means yama. There is no death. There is no old age. Ubhetirtva ashanaya pibase. And there is plenty of food and drinks in some. You have to only use the remote control. Food and drinks will be there only. So, meaning there is no scarcity in Sutta. Things are plenty in Sutta. Plenty of things. Ubhetirtu ashanaya pibase shogadigo modade sargaloke. This is the definition of Swarga. And you can go there, according to Veda, by doing punya karmas. If you do punya karma means good deeds. If you do good deeds, enough number of good deeds, then after death you can go to Swarga and enjoy it. But there are two things there, two problems. One is that you have to do good deeds, which is very difficult. Second thing, you have to wait